Grant, who do you believe starts in the secondary? Any freshmen that can really push to see some time back there in the secondary with Ricky Gibson, Jordan Matthews, John Slaughter amongst those names?
Who do I believe starts? Kamal Haddon, Danico Slaughter, Jalen McCullough, until further notice, I guess. Tamari McDonald, Wesley Walker. I don't know. I don't know any freshmen that are going to contribute right away or get a lot of snaps this season. I mean, we talked about it. We talked about a lot of the bodies they have. We don't really know how the pieces of this puzzle fit together. Go ahead, AP, but I don't know about the freshmen.
I think we all agree that Jalen McCullough will start. I think the one fly in the ointment for him starting would be someone taking a huge leap in fall camp. There's actually two flies in the ointment. One, somebody taking a huge leap in fall camp. The other being if Tennessee starts getting pushback about the fact that right now he's under indictment, Hubs. I mean, right now he's still going through all the team activities and stuff. But, Northwestern was only going to give Pat Fitzgerald 2 weeks. And next thing you know, they get a little pushback and he's fired. So, how much pushback does someone give Tennessee about the fact that he's under an indictment right now? And does that change? Does he plea out? What happens there over the next, 6 weeks?
Yeah, I mean, you got a court date coming up later this month, and that's going to dictate what happens there. Is there a plea deal? Does he plead not guilty, and is he going to go to trial in the fall? How does all those things work? We'll have to wait and see there. But I'm with you guys. Provided he's on the roster, I think he starts week 1. And then, to me, the question is, where does Danico Slaughter help this team best? At the end of the year, it was at corner. When you get to start meshing and putting all those pieces together, is there a young guy who steps up and can play corner and you say, hey, Danico Slaughter can help us more at safety? Is that something that you look at or you don't look at in fall camp? I don't know. That would be the only scenario I see where to answer his question about a freshman being a factor there. I think if a freshman factors in, it would be at corner more than safety. And I think if you do that, then you're probably moving Danico to safety, don't you think?
Yeah, I think Danico Slaughter. If you're saying Austin, build your secondary. It would be Wesley Walker and Danico Slaughter at safety. It'd be T Mac at nickel, and then it'd be Kamal Haddon and Gabe Judy Lally at corner. And then those young guys would be a part of the equation in some form or fashion. That's my secondary that I would build.
Yeah, you brought up a name there, and I know the poster asked about freshmen, and I get it, but I'm glad you brought up Gabe Judy Lally there because I think, and the question I'm going to try to figure out during fall camp, if we see enough, and over the first couple weeks of the season.
You don't see nothing, man. Come on now.
True, yeah.
But jokes game.
But can this team, when a guy gets beat a slant over the middle, instead of just holding that guy out there to continue to play 70 snaps, 85 snaps a game, can you send in somebody else for 5 or 6 plays?
Oh, they absolutely could. Now,
yeah. And that's where I think the improvement in the secondary, and then you can just show the growth of this defense overall, because the last 2 years you couldn't do that. But are you to a point now to where you can do that? Good teams can do that. So let's see if Tennessee can do that this year.